I think that, you know, T-Row hit it on the head when it talked about just doing what makes you happy, because I think that happiness breeds authenticity. Like when you're not happy, you're not authentic because you're doing something for somebody else. Like when
Mm.
Jace comes through with the artwork, that's his authentic self. And that's why you can receive it with such joy, because it's like, man, this is coming from this man's soul. And he's bringing me a piece of him through his
Piece of my
artwork,
soul. Shout out.
piece of my soul. He's bringing that to you, you know what I'm saying? Because that's who he is in this authentic nature, right? And I believe that, like I said, as we get older, people who are doing what makes them happy are the most authentic.
That's on everything. That's on everything. If you want the latest news and the greatest views, tune into the Central Podcast, the one of my favorite crews. Because the entrepreneurs who grew up together, now they created this show to make the community better. Speaking on being leaders, strong husbands and fathers, role models for our sons and our daughters, to business ownership. Like forget a building, you could own the strip. The squad holding it down as Jay Norris with C. Nick, T-Rel and B. Hicks. So what y'all want to hear about? Like Hail Marys, they gonna air it out. So kick back and listen, they gonna set it, man. You're gonna be enlightened, and that's on everything. That's on everything. That's on everything. They are here to heal the people like Dr. Sebi, man. That's on everything. They celebrate success, so raise a toast with them and watch the confetti rain. That's on everything. 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 That's on everything.
Yo, right back like we left something. Here to give you everything that you need and nothing that you don't. And that's on everything. Welcome back, fellas.
Sir, that's
That's
on
on
everything.
What it do? What it do?
Happy Sunday. Happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? To the boy
Yo.
T Rizzle.
To Rizzle,
the
to the
dizzle.
Pizza King.
Happy B-Day
To the Pizza King.
You know what I'm
Cheers,
saying?
cheers. Appreciate it.
with that
Post up,
periwinkle.
baby.
You know what I'm saying? With the
Very-
periwinkle.
Periwinkle,
You
very
know what I'm
manly.
Yeah. It is. I like it.
Very-
You
I
gotta
like
stay
it, man.
hydrated, baby.
That's right. I think that's the most important thing.
Absolutely,
Facts.
man.
Facts.
You care
All right,
less when you get
we
older.
gonna go around the horn real quick. Birthday boy. We're gonna start with the birthday boy. Just quick intro. What's going on with you? What we missed?
Man, you ain't miss much. Ain't nothing going on here, but paying these bills and making these pizzas, dog.
Man, that sounds like a rap song. When the album coming out? Dog?
Don't play. If I get a sponsor, I'll do it. I'll have chat write these
Word
raps,
up.
boy. We be on Sora.
Hey, look, I was hollering at Chad to get that lotto, but she ain't come up short like that.
Chat don't want to. Chat don't gamble. Chat don't let you. He can't tell me who gonna win the Cowboys and Eagles. Ain't like, what are you worth?
Eagles. Real simple math, bro.
But
Yeah.
Shout out to D Dunk.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
is good though, man. 43 laps around the sun today. So appreciate
Yeah,
the love.
congrats,
You know,
baby.
Lessons.
we gonna obviously celebrate that. We ain't gonna, take it lightly. A lot of people don't get this far. So
100%.
is as calm and as chill as I like to be about it, it's still a blessing. So we're gonna enjoy the family. We're gonna get some pizza and we gonna kick it like we always do, but with just a little bit more appreciation for the day.
Hey, I'm just glad we grown now, because we was at Everett. All your papers be on the floor. Your chest will be hurting.
That never happened to me. I think you on 101.
Yeah.
And
T-Rail was the one
and
ripping
I'm
papers.
mature enough now to apologize for that.
I'm not.
The final. That was a thesis.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm mature enough
So
now to
you,
say
son.
that was probably not the right thing to do. So not sure
Yeah.
how that affected your final outcome that year, but listen, I'm glad you're
Miss
here. I'm
Marcellus
glad you're here
found out
today.
she was not pleased.
Word up. We gonna kick it off to the gangster leader of that crew, the boy B Hicks. The man done changed his life though. Go ahead and tell us what happened, man. Tell us what happened.
Willie Bruce.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh man, I was there for it. Y'all had to be there. Man, nothing much going on up this way, man. Things are slowing down. Travel soccer season is over. God is good all the time, son. Wow. So, I mean, yeah. So that's cool. We put one on the market. We got a offer on it, so that's huge.
Word
Really
up.
excited about that. Man, kids are my my youngest is really testing our parenting skills right now. So
Hey, I
that's
didn't
fun.
comment what you said on the glide, but that was hilarious, bro.
Dog, Chris,
I watched that thing 2 times, bro. Like you can't even
Eh,
write that.
Chris one of them
man,
ones.
All I
man.
imagine him looking at you like this. Hey, come here real quick, son. Bruce like, oh, wait till you come out. Remember on Friday he
No,
came
no,
in the
we good.
bathroom
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
like, man, bring your ass in here.
You seen me before, Daddy?
Yo.
Act like you ain't give me what I got. Come here, boy. Now I gotta do it, huh? Okay.
Hey, pops, can you get my back? No, man. No, man. So nah, this fatherhood thing is dope, man. It's fun. It's keeping me on my toes. I'm enjoying it, man. Like, yeah. I know my mom used to say, this is the fun time and you're gonna miss it when it's over. I'm enjoying it now, so I'm trying to, as Corey always says, make those moments and memories. But bro, it is comedy, man. Like, and then you still have to discipline after the joke. You know how hard that is to be like, hold on. Walk out, get yourself together, then come back. I don't lost my momentum. You know what I mean? So nah, man, everything's going smooth, man. Thanks. Appreciate you asking.
Jay, know what it do, baby?
Man, what's poppin'? What's poppin', man? Yeah, man, everything's good, man. Getting ready for the holiday. Actually, finna get ready to go back to Michigan for Thanksgiving. So Collins is going to enjoy that. Where it's cold, you
Hey,
know.
it's
Yeah.
44 today, baby.
Did the
Woo,
snow melt?
Mm.
yeah, the snow hit
Yeah, no,
yet?
it's 44, sunny. Beautiful.
Okay, is it supposed to snow though? Like,
Whoa. We live in today.
no, I'm just
Tomorrow,
saying,
take
like,
care of yourself.
because they usually every time I've been up there for Thanksgiving, it's always snowed on Thanksgiving or the day before. So I
I
didn't know
think
if you checked the forecast.
nah, man, it's depressing. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
So
check.
Look, well, Collins is looking forward to some snow because that's the only
beautiful.
time she's gonna see it. We
Yeah,
gonna see
yeah.
it. We gonna collect it. Then we gonna dip. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be there long. You know what I mean? My blood too thin. I've been in the South for 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I'm from there anymore.
Hey, you got
I might as well
a
just be from Jackson.
you got a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He
Hey,
working
I've
off
been
memory. not
absolutely.
not muscle memory.
So nah, but it's good, man. Collins is doing well. I was actually helping taking her braids down the other night. It was funny. I was picking her up from after school care and Mrs. She was like, "Oh, I like her hair," and she was like, "Oh yeah." She was like, "Did you do it?" I was like, "Well, nah." I was like, "Well, I get down though. You know what I'm saying? I can go ahead and put it in the baby hair. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of styles." She was like, "Really?" Like she was just thoroughly impressed that
Uh-huh.
Dad could actually have some moves in the cosmetology department. Like I can get busy. Like I ain't gonna
Hey,
have her out here looking wild. You know what I'm saying?
hey.
I'm gonna leave it braiding to the professionals, but in between, in between
Got a mean
time,
ponytail in you
I mean,
with the part.
they be here assassin. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of coconut oil gel. Man, I'm killing it, son. I'm killing it. So yeah, don't underestimate the fathers out here on the hair tip,
Yes, sir.
man. I get busy, baby. I get
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah. Dang.
Boy, Jay said they've been sitting on this race. I can go both ways. Hold
You
on,
know
I can
what I'm
go both
saying?
ways.
Yes, son, I can do it all. What you think
Single
I'm
way
here
is
for?
right. I can go both ways.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no roles over here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no gender roles.
Nah, son.
And that's
Hey, opportunities.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And I'm
sir.
gonna seize them all.
Yeah.
hey, that's good. I was never in the hair like that, man. That's one thing I did not do. So kudos
Yeah.
to you.
Oh yeah. And I look forward to the challenge.
I was
Yeah.
hitting it with the spray and the slick back. Like, you good with it? Let me see. Yeah, puff it up. Out of there, baby.
Hey,
You,
that's
you know,
it.
that's it. But I
Hey,
never got into like the platin and none of that stuff. I take you to the nail shop. We could all get we can all get nice. But that's about it.
Yeah.
uh,
Some T-Red don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and take that man's mic away.
You know how much haircuts cost? I can cut hair.
Woo! I
I cut
just
hair
booked 2
too.
haircuts. I already know.
I will cut hair.
Are you cutting the hair?
Man,
Sometimes.
I've been
Sometimes.
cutting I've been cutting the twins' hair since they were 3.
So you, yeah.
I
So
was
you don't
cut.
know.
Now even Stevens, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, I'm
Yeah.
fading
Now
them up.
later on, I got into
Ti.
the taper joint. You know what I'm saying, on the backside, but by that time, they was going to the barber. But when in doubt, you come through. You need a lineup. You need you know what I'm saying. You need that 1.5 guard. I can get you right.
Hey, you gonna hit him with the Lawrence Fishburne? Oh yeah, you gonna learn.
Hit you with the back of that comb. So
Uh,
you get some trim.
Exactly.
yeah, I remember
Yeah.
when the funds was low in college, we used to be like, "Hey, man, we need you to go in and just, hey, like, don't do too much. Just find the line and go away from the line." That was it.
Don't do
Yo,
too
them five,
much.
them
Do too
$5
much.
cuts in college. Oh man.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Golden.
terrible. I was telling that story the other day, Jay.
Oh yeah.
And Jay probably remember because we went to a barber. I forget the cat's name,
Adam's
but
corner.
well, Adams Corner was the first slaughter. That was
Oh.
terrible.
Was that the dude in like on campus? Or is that
Adams Corner, what happened? That was like the first shop we went to, and it was like a barbershop from like the '60s. Like everybody in that boy had the white jacket on, white pants, all white. And then so the premier barbers, the cats that had been there, Adam, he was he was up in that boy, and then they took us to the back where the apprentice was, where all the wannabes was.
For a barber college. Okay.
And we
Yeah.
had so background, we had ordered some pizza at one point, and the dude from Pizza Hut, he delivers the pizza. We saw this cat in the back.
cutting hair?
He cut our hair.
Hey, he's an entrepreneur.
Then look, he got the whisper like, "Hey man, let me be your barber." You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make it out here. And when they ask you, you're like, no, you good, you good. Don't, because if that's what you think it's supposed to be, we don't need
just
another.
stop there.
But there was a cat on campus, and he was doing the $5 boy. So we all go in there. I think Jay was there. I know two of my other frat brothers were there, Benny and Crank. And we go in there, and I asked the dude, because that's back when I had that John B. Caesar cut. I was like, "Hey, can you give me the John B?" You know what I'm saying? I got the straight hair, like it's mulatto action right now. Can you hold me down? I got you, man. Yeah, my homeboy. Yeah, bro, I've done that before. Cuts me up. It was I walked out, and then Crank caught up with me later and was like, "Yo, as soon as you left," he was like, "I ain't never cut nobody hair like that." So shout out to Crank for keeping it real with your boy. I couldn't go back. I couldn't go back. It took
Yeah,
a
but that
while,
was ready to
man.
ruin your life
You could
over
have been the
$5,
gateway
bro.
to his success, though. Like he could have practiced on you and got his versatile game up,
Man,
working
if
on
I was
his
his
left.
roommate, I'd be like, "Man, I need at least 10 off rip because all these cats is in the room all the time. Can't even study in here, man."
That's how barber life be though. Like you getting that practice. I remember D Reese cutting my hair in middle school, and
Wow.
in the basement, and I remember the guard popped off,
Mm.
and I was like, "Yo, what was that?" "Oh, you straight? You straight? I'm gonna get you right. I'm just gonna cut a little bit lower." I had the super low cut Caesar, the TI style, and
Wow.
luckily, he got me right. It was lower than I preferred, but you know what I'm saying? It
That's gonna
hid
last you about a month right there.
it hid the imperfections, but hey, somebody got to be the guinea pig. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to be the guinea pig.
For barbers, you got to like stylists. They can work on those little dolls and do all that, but a barber
Yeah.
got to cut. You got to cut some hair. Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna have to get messed up.
Yeah.
And that's how
I
my
remember my
haircuts go.
brother.
The last cut is always better. Like they know, like Adrian going first, because I gotta get warmed up.
Yo, you put on. Hey, you gonna take that like that first bullet? You
Hey,
Christmas
picking those
addicts.
between 1 and 10.
Yeah.
Yep, 3.
We're gonna race.
That's it.
We're gonna race for it. We're gonna fight for it. We're gonna rock, paper, scissors. But yeah, I ain't going first. I'm gonna walk the dog. I'll be right back.
Wow, work, man.
Oh man.
But Tyrell, man, he make his own appointments now. He tell me when he going to the barber shop.
Yo, what is a haircut going for?
For the
40.
For a child, like $35. Yep.
American.
Yeah,
Yeah.
40
That's a
American
boy's
dollars
haircut.
plus tip.
Yeah, it's
And-
40. Yeah,
Bruh.
that's what the beard too, though.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll pay.
Oh,
A man's haircut is like 65.
I'm still paying 40. Like I just paid for. Like you already know how my situation is, but
No, tell them how your situation
Nah, you can't
is.
tell them about the gun line, bro.
so I still
Rude.
give them 40, but I can't. But like I was telling my wife, she was like, well, I thought like, I do get the love on my haircuts, but the boys, I got to spread them out, or we going to be there all day waiting on one barber to cut all of
Yeah.
us. So all the other barbers ain't
Mm.
my uncle. You know what I mean? Ain't my family. So I got to pay them full price. So it's 40 for everybody. So that's
Yeah.
$160 minimum to walk up out of there. So
Yeah.
we just
But
embrace,
that's a cardinal.
we embrace our natural.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I cut my hair in between time. The only time I get a haircut, I've gotten to the point because I don't be going nowhere. I mean, I go to work.
Exactly.
Right.
So
Right. You already hired me, so you're lost.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm cutting my own in between. I'm going Tuesday because I'm
Because you're
going up
going
there for
somewhere.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like, going on the days of every 2 weeks getting a haircut because I'm trying to look fresh for somebody. Like,
Not
no,
not
I
doing
love
it.
myself.
I
I
heard
love
somebody
myself.
talking about that. Like, did the barbers do themselves an injustice by raising the prices so high? Like, haircuts used to be $10-$20 and cats was going every week, but once they hit that 30, 40, 50, $100 haircuts, you just see how long you can go without a fade.
But I mean, if you want to take it to like making it an economy, I think it's a smart decision on their part, right? Because I'm working a lot less hours, right? So
get the
in a
same.
day, I would have to cut 10 people's hair, right, to make a decent amount of money. Now, if old cats show up, I'm out. I can still go hoop, take care of the kids or whatever. And so from a strategic like side of it, I get it. But like you say, I mean, your volume goes down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
So
can only do
I
that
don't
though
know.
if you seasoned though, because like these new cats, because
Yeah.
it take a minute to get
To
your
be that guy.
clientele up, and everybody ain't going to the new guy.
Yeah, because he only
unless you-
25.
What was his name? Keenard? Was that dude from Barbershop? Keenard? Everybody
Yeah.
going to Keenard chair?
Yeah, the new
That first
dude,
share.
the new guy only 25, but his chair.
That's the dude
It's
that meets you
risk.
at the door.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, you trying to get in? You got an appointment?
You didn't even know. I didn't even
know.
know he cut hair. He was sitting
Right.
over. He'd be sitting over in the regular seats.
Sweeping up hair.
He ain't
Hey,
even sweeping. He
everybody-
just eating.
Everybody cutting, he's sitting in the chair eating.
Eat.
You like,
Facts.
I thought he
You
was
running
kicking it.
food.
you don't know if he a customer or he just ain't got nobody.
About an
'Cause
hour
you-
in, he like, boss, you need some help? Like, oh, I didn't even know you.
I was about to ask you to start my car, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I remember when I traveled, that was like the scariest part of going to another duty station. Who can cut my hair, right? So I would ask my barber here, like, all right, what do I tell the cat when I go there? Because you can't mess it up. It's a haircut. You know what I mean? And I would want to keep fresh every week. You know what I mean? So going from barbershop to barbershop, trying to find the person. Yeah, I don't miss them days, man. I do this. Yeah.
I
Dang,
ain't even too much
$40.
shaving because I mean, even from recording, that's really all I do now is record podcasts.
Right.
I
There
get
it is.
I get
It's
more
the real me,
audio
baby.
than video, downloads. So I ain't even really tripping on that. I just throw a hat on and let it roll. I ain't had a
So
haircut.
you look like right now.
I can't remember the last time I got a haircut. August.
Oh, hey, the older you get, the more you realize what's important.
100%.
And some stuff just ain't important no more. It ain't
Yeah.
at the top of the list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you keep down decision fatigue.
Exactly.
Like I know what I'm gonna wear every day. Like I done
100%.
got to the point where because I admire Bruce because he come through with the tuxedo shirt, a Ninja Turtle shirt. I'm like, see, you know what? I'm trying to be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm T-shirt McGee. I'm wearing the same thing every day. Like I got them suits and dress shirts. I was just looking at them this morning. I said, I need to go in here and try on all these dress shirts because most of these are going to Goodwill. Because I ain't wearing them.
It's taking up space.
There's
But watch
nowhere.
this.
There's
As
nowhere
soon
I'm
as you
going
give
that's
them away,
not
though,
right.
as soon as you give them away, because I've done it, some gonna
Listen,
come in the mail.
I got 3 suits, and those are custom suits. So I'm good there. So if a wedding pop up, and by the looks of things, ain't no more of those popping up. I think who's Dennis? Probably not. So you know what I'm saying? So I got like I said, 15 dress shirts. I'm getting rid of like 10. Goodwill, I'll be there. Well, they not open day. I'll be there Monday.
Hey,
'Cause
it's Sundays.
I'm
You
getting
ain't tell
rid
us
of
you
that
was
stuff.
preaching today.
Straight up divide the team.
look, I ain't mean for Dunk to catch a stray, but hey, you know what I'm saying?
Ah,
D
yeah,
Dunk
we
keep it real, so it is what it is.
right, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Look, everybody's what?
Yeah,
T-Rail
everybody married.
43. I'm
Yeah,
43. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Y'all married, we divorced. I ain't getting back in that boat. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, you could just say, get some more t-shirts like Bruce.
So
They
you
can't
saying
say nah.
even if you do put the suit on, you might keep the shoes casual.
100%.
Absolutely. Super casual. Gum bottoms.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
100%.
Straight up.
Got to be comfortable.
Even
It ain't impressing nobody no more.
yeah, I
Yeah.
ain't got no time
I
for
ain't bought
that.
new shoes in so long. I got the Reebok Classic Boys with the gum bottoms. I got the J's from years ago. So every now and then, that's the flyest I get. You know what I'm saying? And then t-shirts, man, I'm at the thrift. They know me in there. I get I get the text messages from the thrift. They be like 40% off for the VIP. Don't worry about it. I'll be
VIP
up there.
thrift.
Yeah. I'm not paying
Yeah.
that, bro.
It
And
ain't
you got to
Yo,
important.
reply
I,
back. Yup.
I found a polo in there is a button down, and I think I bought it for like $10. Bro, I
Wow.
googled that same polo. That joint was like $120. That's crazy, bro.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
markup
Wow.
is crazy.
I think we
So
Wow.
get caught up in what we're supposed to enjoy. Like we're taught that at an early age.
Yeah.
What you're supposed to the whole American dream is just a debt trap. You know what I'm saying? The $20,000 wedding with the,
Yep.
$200,000 house with the white picket fence, 2 kids and a dog. Kids cost 2.
Yeah.
So it's like ain't nobody
Yeah.
tell you all this. You know what I'm saying? The car, what have you. So it was like you got this quote unquote American dream, but you got to pay for it. So now you got to
Right.
get into the rat race and now you got to make more money. And then they constantly showing you more stuff. It's like, nah, that's why I don't even look at houses no more because this one is almost paid off. I'm never leaving. Never leaving.
Man. Yo,
I'm
shout
never
out to
leaving.
you.
You know what? Man, I can't wait to have a house without a mortgage. Oh my
Right.
goodness.
Right.
I'm going to act a fool.
Right.
I'm
Right.
going to act a plum
Just water the
donkey.
grass in your drawers. Put me out. What you gonna
Wow.
do?
I can't do it no more.
What
Can't
you
do it
gonna
no
do?
more.
Yeah.
oh, bad.
No, and
Hey,
yo, that was a good point. Well, no, I guess we'll come back to that. What's
no,
popping on
go
your
No,
ahead,
head,
no.
boy.
man?
Go ahead and
Go
tap
keep
into that.
Well,
sliding,
I
boy.
mean,
You
you're
don't went
right,
down the
man,
slide
because
now.
like I remember growing up, like you said, I mean, I grew up just poor and then got adopted and you saw it, right? A husband, wife, everybody had a kid, 2 cars, a dog. So you have this picture, right? And then it's put on TV, but no one tells you how to achieve it and what it costs to maintain,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so you're looking at it and you wanting it, you're dreaming about it, and then you finally get it,
Vision boards and everything.
right? And you just like, okay, I got it. Now what? Now I have to pay for it. And that's the part that no one talks about, right? Because while you caught, like you said, you got to hop in a rat race. While you caught in a rat race, it it's not moving the needle. You're not, you know what I mean? Like you can't grow because
Man.
now braces, right? Like bruh,
He said braces. Oh,
$5,000 for the braces.
for the
That
braces,
that insurance don't cover.
been
bro,
there.
it's an elective. And so I'm telling the doc, okay, so do I have to then? Because right, so you have that you want to give your kids exposure to this, right? I think T-Rail said it, or maybe it was Corey. All these private lessons and private this and all these AAUs. Nobody getting recruited at 11 years old. What we talking about, right? It might be the tallest you're gonna be, baby. It could be some dude, a Wimbenyama, come out, take your whole spot, right?
Yeah.
But
Excuse me. Oh, she didn't even try out. Don't
4 and
matter.
5.
don't matter. Don't matter. I see something in this kid, right? And then you have the politics of that, right? So who's the teen mom and then who's this and
Oh God.
right? So you get wrapped up in all this. So like Jay said, I'm done impressing people. My favorite car of all of my cars
The break
is the
room
one that I
mobile.
pay Progressive on, dog. That's it.
Mm.
Because I mean, it's you get the car note and you get the house note, right? And then you see something else on TV. You're like, oh well, now we got to get this, and I
Mm-hmm.
just being caught up in this. And the worst part about it is you're not financially at least in my opinion, or I wasn't knowledgeable
No,
enough to figure out
nobody
how
is.
to maintain that, right? And so now you have pressure of how do I keep this going?
Yeah. And I'll tell you about that amortization schedule. You paying twice.
Mm.
If someone said, okay, this house is $200,000, but it's really $400,000 once you finish, would you
For
still
straight.
buy it? Come
I'm
on,
out.
bruh.
It's being sold every day. And me and Corey, we were talking about it the other night when we were testing the film. Dog, they trying to make it easy for you to get further into the hole. Like
100%.
you can get a firm for everything. Dog, a
Facts.
firm will
Everything.
cover your whole existence. McDonald's.
You could go to
food.
McDonald's with a firm, boy.
Dog,
That's crazy.
we were listening, me and my wife were in the car, and there was like one of them, 800 cash now commercials on. You can get,
JG
you
Wentworth.
could get an advance, get a cash advance. And the commercial was it was so sad. It was like, oh, mommy, I really wanted pizza tonight. And she's like, oh, well, I don't really have it. And the dad was like, remember you got that approval for that cash advance? We could get $100 today. It's like,
Wow.
Just say we just took a cash advance and you gonna eat the pizza
Wow.
tonight and pay for it for the next 6 months.
For a
Wow.
necessity, for food.
And
That's
the
not
price of
the
that pizza.
leftovers I like.
No, yeah.
And they
Yeah.
and they
And the price of
bombard
that
you with it.
pizza, $45.
Yeah.
When you all said and done for a $10.99 pie.
Yeah.
And look what's happening with this administration. 50-year mortgage. 15-year car loans.
Bruh.
Pay forever.
Okay, so
Slow down.
can I hop on the mic real quick?
I think this
Go
show
ahead.
Hop on it.
Dog, when I saw 50-year mortgages, and there's another proposal to get rid of credit score minimums.
Oh yeah, 620 gone. Don't even worry about it.
Well,
Yeah.
with FHA, you can go as low as 500, right? But you just got to bring 10% to the table versus the 3.5%. When I saw that, I was washing dishes. I sat down and just thought, this is bad, right? I was thinking about home ownership and, it could be good for some people. And then I thought, no, this is all bad.
Yeah.
Because now you're about to flood the market. Fill me on this, and I'll go really, really quick. So let's say your buying pool right now is 200,000. Okay. That buying pool is about to be saturated because now you have people who are going to qualify based off of whatever these parameters are. So let's say it's based off the rents, right? You can say you're paying $2,300 a month for rent. You're now eligible for a $250,000, $300,000 house. So the people who are only qualified for 200, you out the way. There's no house for you anymore. So now you're going to go into this 50-year mortgage, which is going to allow you to qualify, but you're going to be paying for this thing for 50 years.
Till
And
you
like
die.
Jay said, beyond.
Yeah.
That'll
beyond
be,
that.
you're no longer going to be able to pass, if you pay off your house, you're not going to be able to pass off that asset to your child because there's going to be debt service on it still, right? So now the exchange of wealth, that's no longer going to be there. You're going to flood the market, and it's going to be more expensive than before. So all these huge companies like BlackRock, they're about to eat down, as the kids say,
Oh yeah.
right?
All that real estate they've been picking up for the last 10 years.
Bingo.
Mhm.
Bingo.
What?
So now Baker Street could essentially be 250, right? There's already a house, and for all y'all who don't know, Baker Street is one of the more
Premier-
socioeconomic
premier-
deprived area. Yeah, it's a premier area for deprivation, right?
Also where I grew up.
Shout out to the hey McNamara, bro. I know about it.
Man.
And T-Rail says a lot of big words. I'm gonna take it as disrespect.
You can make it out of there. That's all I'm saying.
Watch your mouth.
But no,
You and your man get clapped up.
but you're 100% right though, because a lot of people that were there are still there, and will still be
Because they
there
can't get out. Yeah,
under the illusion
now-
of
no, I-
ownership.
but I think they're about to price that out because there's houses over there selling in the 110, 120 now. How? When you listen to the police scanner, and it's we're back over there. But to go from my point, or to get back on point, so now you're going with no credit score, right? No credit score. You're saying to people right now, don't matter. Just give me what you got for right now, and we'll figure it out on the end. So I think the foreclosure rates are gonna go sky
Through the
high,
roof.
bankruptcy sky high, right? And I think this is a strategic and purposeful way to separate middle class, well, lower, middle, and halves. I think there's just going to be you got it or
Or
you
you
don't.
don't. And that's almost where it is now. It's no really class. You got like the ultra wealthy, and then you have the poor, and then the working poor.
Mm, mm,
That's I mean, because you got to think about it. If you don't own it, you working to keep it.
100%.
You see what I'm saying? So
100%.
that's just the reality of what it is. You know what I mean? If you just can't take off for 6 months to a year, and you don't have to produce any income, then you in that working poor.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
even and it's cyclical, right? So even when it turns good, you have something come up like Thanksgiving,
Absolutely.
Christmas, you know what I mean? These little events that put up
Eat, eat away at you. Just kind
that
of
eat
chip
it.
like
Yeah.
I'm
it's almost like you gotta get off the grid almost.
I'm
Just
living
For,
it.
something.
I'm living it.
yeah.
And how long has it been? I haven't worked in 5 months, 4 months,
Mm,
and it's like
mm,
this is not reality. Like, first of all,
right.
like, it's great to be able to live my dream and do all this stuff, but it's like, come on, bro, because stuff is still happening. Yeah, we paid the mortgage up and paid the cars off, and did all these things, but like, life is expensive in general, and it ain't getting
Every day.
cheaper. So like,
Every day.
we still had to make concessions. Like, we talked about it before in the pod. Like, all right, had the housekeeper, like, dude, can we clean our own house? I think we can.
I'm behind.
I think we can. But then it's like, I had the conversation with her last weekend, and I'm like, Martha, look, we gonna have to go down to once a month. And she was like, look, I get it. I was worried about, what that's gonna do to her situation. Like,
Yeah.
are you gonna be able to that, to maintain without,
Man.
whatever you getting out of this. So like, it all works
Mhm.
together and it all plays together. But like, at the end of the day, the winners are the people who are collecting. Like,
Mhm.
100%.
everybody's a creditor now. Like, everything can be like, shit, I sell programs and products and coaching. You can affirm and pay for mine, which is crazy.
Oh,
Mm.
So like, so
Mhm.
now,
what?
it's not just everybody can do it. So you got a Stripe account, turn on Afterpay, turn on Klarna, turn on Affirm. You can buy
Wow.
a $100 course from me and pay it over time. They're gonna give me the money. So like, who wins? You know what I mean?
Mm,
Yeah.
It's pretty
mm.
wild where
It's,
it's
it's
at.
It is. So how do okay, because we were talking, right? So I remember just the money I wasted, right? You get a truck, you put some rims on it, put a TV in the boy, put a little bump in the back. Like, how do you change like that thought process, right? Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? How do you,
Yeah.
so for example, go ahead.
No, I think it starts with the examples that you provide. You have to kind of be that example, and of course, you just can't snatch you can't just snatch the system away because
Okay.
it is what it is. We live in America; it's a capitalistic society where a country ran off debt. But you have to make sure that your kids understand that, like I said, things have to be paid for. You have to help them understand that life ain't free, right? But at the same token, still provide them with, you know, education as it relates to what the options are. And also, like I said, I think it boils down to like what's important in life.
Hmm.
Like Corey said all the time, moments and memories. Like a lot of this stuff don't cost a lot. You don't have to have this for this status purpose for people to see it. Cause really in this day of social media, it's really just a showcase. You know
So
what I'm saying?
fake.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, but what when you really get down to the core of it, what really makes you happy, not what makes other people happy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
regardless of what it is, like, some people love luxury things. Like, I got a homeboy. He loves exotic cars. That's what makes him happy. We were having a conversation, and he was talking about how somebody was trying to clown him over his phone. He had like an old Samsung phone, and it was like, "Oh, you don't got the new iPhone?" He was like, "I don't need all that, but I do. I'd rather drive a Lamborghini." And he drive a Lambo, but that's what makes him happy. He flips them, he makes money on them, he does that. So, and I agree with everything you said, and I think it's important too to make sure you don't kill the dream of a kid too, because you can still go figure out how to get what you want and generate the kind of income that's going to support the lifestyle you need. But you also got to understand, like, I think what's most important is, you know, being happy,
Right.
Correct.
being comfortable with who you are. And I think that's where it starts. Like you said, where do you begin? I think sometimes you got to lose. You got to lose. You
What do
got
you
to,
mean?
like, before you realize that shit didn't matter.
Well,
You know what I
100%.
mean? You gotta hit the floor. Like, you don't have to, but
Yeah.
for some people, like, that shit, you have to watch all that shit leave you, and
Yeah.
then look at okay, now what's here? Me.
Right.
That's what
Right.
matters. Me. Shit. For me, it's like that. Like, giving up our business or selling our business, to me, didn't feel like a win, even though we got money. Like, we gave a
Right.
decade plus to that thing, and then it's
Mm.
like, who am I now? Like,
Mm.
I
Mm.
gotta, I
Yeah.
gotta reestablish my own identity out here. Like, that shit is hard for me. Even with the money, it's still like, it still felt like loss. So I think you just gotta
Yeah.
lose some things before you realize what's important. That's just
Well,
me.
not
Yeah.
because
That's
you and a play on that, because as you were saying, you have to lose it. I think I just aged out of it too,
Yeah.
right? Because now I look back. So, for example, I've never owned a pair of Jordans. Always wanted them. And then once I got old enough, I looked at the sticker and was like, wait, 160? I can get 10 pair of shoes for $160,
You can get some now
right?
because Jordan's his dad's shoes.
Yeah, they
Really?
everywhere.
they
Oh, they
And
everywhere.
and
they like
and they may
unk
be,
shoes
but the
now.
ones I want, they still, I mean, I want the patent leather, what
the
was it,
patent leather
11s?
joints, the 11s. Yep.
Oh, they out there.
Yeah, they
Every
expensive,
color.
and I just can't see it. But I look back and I say, like, dang, man, I spent all that money trying. And here's what the biggest thing. Going back to you, I see what you're saying. You got to lose. I'm driving down the street hoping that you see my fresh car. You're not stopping me to tell me, oh my God, this is the most beautiful car in the world. Like I'm looking for you to. I don't know, right? So once you can kind of build your own self-worth and your own value or your own esteem to where someone doesn't have to tell you, man, that's a cold car, bro. That was the
Hmm.
nicest car. Right. So I think for me, I aged out of that. Now it was expensive because looking
Had to learn
back,
them lessons.
all
Yeah.
that money's wasted, man. All that
Now,
money.
let me
Yeah.
chime in on that. Because I like what everybody's saying. You know, piggybacking off what T. Rail said. Those losses, failure, however you want to look at it. That's where the growth is done. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's a chance to reflect, just like physically falling down, right? You like, how did I trip over my own feet? It happened. You scraped your hand, whatever. So now you're more aware, you're more appreciative of that walk, you're more graceful in your walk, and you just better prepared. And you also know it's okay to fall.
Yeah.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So I might even get to skip it or try it backwards, whatever, because now I'm fearless because I know the fall's not gonna kill me. In fact, I'll learn something. And here it is, right? It's the week of Thanksgiving is one of our topics. We'll go around the horn on that, but this is my favorite holiday because if it focuses on the things that I think my core values really align with, what are you really thankful for? And it's those moments in memory, it's family, things you can't buy in a store. We all have children. Man, I go crazy when Jay sends me a piece that he just drew. CJ did the same thing. Kylie's in the art. CJ's making music. I mean, just these things that I can't go buy from Target or anywhere. And I saw a reel recently and it put it in perspective. And I think that's the big thing, when we talk about, things we buy, how we try to keep up. It's all perspective. And as we get older, we do get more laser focused about what's important because we see now it's not about keeping up with the Joneses, who got the biggest house. Like just to pause real quick on that. I remember I had a homie back in the day out here when we was in the house and came over for a game night. And he pulls up and it's like, "Oh man, hey y'all come outside, check out the ride." I'm like, "Oh, okay," because I really don't care if it's a 2000 Honda or a Lamborghini. But so he walks out and he had like I'm not gonna say the car. It was a brand new car. It was dope. You know, the rims, and I was like, bet. Hey, you ready to run these spades? Cause hey, that's
100%.
beautiful. I mean, I'm not impressed by your debt, or even if you bought it. Like, that's just not what moves me. Like, what kind of person
Right.
are you though?
Yeah.
Because I
Absolutely.
just invited you to the crib. We cooked in there. I got the, you know,
Right.
I got the OJs going. Like, what we about to build, dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
and so this real was talking about there was a study done, I think it was out of Harvard somewhere, and he was like that the happiest people are not the wealthiest, not even like the healthiest fit and all that. And when you strip out all the way, it's about the people that had the most meaningful connections with the people they love. Your mother, your daughter, your sister, your brother, your wife, whoever, right? Those five or six people that rotate in your circle. And just, I'm talking about a genuine connection. Like I know right now I can call any of y'all, and I have over the last 2 or 3 years when I was at my rock bottom, if I was angry, whenever we get on the mic, we pick up like we in, in Miss McQueen class. Like it's connection. You can't go get that. And that's what's
100%.
important. And that's like every day what I'm striving for. So I'm not like trying to drive the Bentley. And there's nothing wrong with having those things. Like T Rail was saying, if that what makes you happy, then you do need to be chasing that. And I tell the kids that all the time. Like Jace was talking about his art and drawing, and Dad, you think this something I can do as a living? I was like, absolutely. But I was like, even if it doesn't pan out, I was like, I want you to do that forever because that's what makes you happy.
Right.
You
Mm.
need those outlets. That's why I love the
Right.
podcast and I listen to music all day. And I'm sitting y'all, yo, did y'all hear the Wale? Did y'all hear? And it's not the
Fire.
beat.
Yeah.
It's not to beat you over the head, but I just get so much joy out of that and
Yeah.
just like the connection that music brings. So that's what I'm sharing. That's my light, right? And I know I can get on the glide or we can have a conversation. And I'm looking forward to being in a room with you.
Mm.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like when Dennis came, man, those 2 days was just packed filled with like a moment I'll never forget. I ain't seen Dennis like one on one in forever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But just to have that energy around me, like I charge his battery, he charged mine. And that's what
Yeah.
happens when we all get
Every
around each other,
single
if it's just a
time.
one on one.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So that's what's important, man. I
Yeah.
mean, in terms of Thanksgiving, kind of rolling that all, what we was talking about, perspective, lessons learned as the holiday is rolling by, and we can go around the horn. Like, what are y'all? What's the true meaning to y'all about Thanksgiving and in terms of that perspective of the holiday?
I'll chime in real quick. Everybody here listens to Jay-Z. I'm not a huge rap fan, but he said it. And he said, "What you eat don't make me shit."
Yeah,
Bruh. That was deep then, right? So whatever you doing, it don't matter to me, B, right? Because I'm gonna get my own and it's gonna work for me. So I think if people can just kind of get into that vibe, do what makes you happy, then everybody's good, you know? But stop living for the other person's opinion. That it gets you nowhere because you're never gonna be able to satisfy everybody. My mom used to say, she still says it. They talked about Jesus, so who do you think you are?
Truer
Yeah.
words never
Yeah.
been spoke.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, no, you was asking about Thanksgiving, man. Where you want to start with you? Let's start with you. You said it's your favorite holiday.
yeah. I mean, like I said, it's well, what I really liked over the years is I used to have the whole week off. So like I used to be in that mode because I was so geek because the kids was off, I'm off, and you getting ready for time to break bread with your family and spend that time. And just sometimes you would have like a friendsgiving. Like Jay came down one year, or we would go to Mississippi see the fam, or go up north when we could. But just like I think the emphasis of family and being thankful for the little things, your health, what you do have, and not worrying about what you don't have and trying to get that rat race to go get it. Like, let's just be grateful about this moment that we in right now. And let's play this music. Let's sip on that, or let's play some spades. Let's get this categories going. Like, let's laugh. Let's get some joy out of it. And we forget that on the everyday hustle. So I think like Thanksgiving and hopefully the rest of the holidays is that chance for you to slow down, put emphasis on family and making those moments and those memories. And that's what I've just over the years, like as I got older and having that time to take off. I don't really have that anymore, but you have that day at least and the day after where you at least have 48 hours to really just love on each other, watch movies, whatever people do. it's not to me. It's not even about the meal. You know what I'm saying? And
It's
we
not.
talked about this all week. The one thing I do in terms of food, I mean, I do enjoy. This is, for me, it's pumpkin season. So I'm pumpkin spice latte.
Here we go
I'm
with
pumpkin
this.
pie, Cool Whip. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
had to tag
that's
Kevin
what
on
I'm looking
stage.
for. Had to shout out to pumpkin pie. But that's what I love about Thanksgiving, man.
I I'll chime in next, man. I think that Thanksgiving is probably one of the most authentic holidays opposed to the other ones because all the other ones require some type of exchange.
Yeah.
Like you're expecting to receive some. So whether it's Christmas or you got to put on, it's Halloween or
Mm,
birthday, Valentine's Day, Sweetie's Day. It's like I either got to do something or I got to get something. You see what I'm saying? I think Thanksgiving is that only holiday where, like you said, you're just looking to be around authentic people where you have those authentic connections that can recharge your battery. And I think that's the beautiful thing is that that holiday really just attracts those individuals that like that circle, whether it's close family, it's close friends, because you're dealing with people in their authentic self. You ain't got to put on, like I said, we're gonna come over, we're gonna break bread, we're gonna play some music. You ain't got to do nothing. You can essentially kind of just turn your brain off. You ain't got to worry about work. Ain't no jobs today. It's like you just get to be. And I think that T-Row hit it on the head when it talked about just doing what makes you happy, because I think that happiness breeds authenticity. Like when you're not happy, you're not authentic because you're doing something for somebody else. Like when
mm.
Jace comes through with the artwork, that's his authentic self. And that's why you can receive it with such joy, because it's like, man, this is coming from this man's soul. And he's bringing me a piece of him through his
Piece of my
artwork,
soul. Shout out.
piece of my soul. He's bringing that to you, you know what I'm saying? Because that's who he is in his authentic nature, right? And I believe that, like I said, as we get older, you know, people who are doing what makes them happy are the most authentic, and then that frequency, you attract that. Because when you living in your authentic self, you can sense when somebody is not, and you repel that immediately because you don't want that taken away from you. So you want to attract the most authentic, and then once you attract that, you don't have to be anybody else but yourself. You don't have to put on, I don't have to have the J's, I don't have to have the new whip, because you are enough. Just being you, like being around somebody, just like you was being around Dennis, like you already know what you're getting with Dennis. And we love Dennis. So it was like, to be in that presence, it's like you ain't got to be nobody else but you. Like we ain't got to do nothing but sit here and talk. And I'm going to get charged up just because you are being yourself and I get to be myself. So it's like it's a double it's double gratification just from being around authentic people. And I think that's what that holiday brings. And like I said, it's just a recharge, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I like that.
I would say I would echo that, man. The recharge is what I'm looking forward to. Not for me necessarily, but for my family who, live in this hustle and bustle of every single day, right? We getting up for school, my wife's working and the dogs, everything. Our lives are so busy. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes just, you know, unintentionally busy. So now everybody has the chance to just cool out. And my kids, I think, are excited for it. Even my wife's like, well, what are you going to do? She's working most of the week and I'm unemployed, as they like to remind me. Um, she's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, let's talk to them, but I don't think they really want to do anything. I think they're looking forward to just cooling, like whatever, even if it's vegging out on playing the game. Like they was up playing 2K all night, Dallas and
I remember
Tyrell.
those
And
days.
it was like,
Ugh.
I couldn't even,
Man.
usually I'm like, shut up, it's loud in here. But it's like, bro, like just do your thing, bro. Like go on and kick it. Like enjoy yourself because you're not gonna have a whole bunch of these moments, especially for the rest of the. So
Yeah.
like, so all of that matters, man. And of course, getting the family together. We're very non-traditional when it comes to Thanksgiving, like dinner. That's not something that we really get too much into, and our family's very blended. We got multiple cultures and ethnicities in our family, so we just do what we like. We like to, if we like barbecue or we like ordering food or like whatever, we just kick it and just try to enjoy each other, play some games, play Uno. They don't really know play too much spades.
Yeah.
Unless we go down. Last year we went down to the cousins in Miami and they play spades, so we played some spades with them and taught Adrian how to play spades, and he loved it. So
Mm.
it becomes this time where we just get to bring everything together, man. I always make one of my grandma's recipes for a pie. I got it literally written on like a paper plate in our recipe book. And my grandma makes like these buttermilk pies and these chocolate chess pies. So, I always try to throw one of those together. But otherwise, man, we just trying to cool out, reset, recharge, let everybody just, settle into the season and into the moment. We'll do the Christmas decorations and, find ways to spend time with each other, but mostly just, turn.
Well, I'll say this because it seems like everyone has the same idea as it relates to, being around people that we love, you know what I'm saying? Just the happiness factor. And like T-Rail was saying, is like, okay, sometimes life is busy intentionally and sometimes it's just busy by default. So I guess my question is, how do we find more happiness in just everyday life? Because we shouldn't have to wait for a holiday to decompress, to get with family, to kind of just, recharge. Because obviously we're recharging from something that has depleted us. So how do we become more happy?
I I'll chime in. I mean, because that's something that definitely, over the last 2 years has been, you know, an assignment for me.
Yeah.
Um, and I think again, I just go, I'm so big on DG and what I've heard from him, and I just align with that. I think it starts with perspective, man. You know, putting things in order, right, and how you look at the world, because that's going to shape how you move. And even if you drive into a job that you hate or it's challenging, whatever, but trying to find the little things that make you happy. Those little things, like putting pebbles in a jar, pretty much. So for me, it's getting up. I'm trying to do the push-ups, whatever. Maybe a cup of coffee. That's two pebbles. On the way to work, I'm listening to the hot, new track or something that I love. I might glide. I might have a conversation. It's two more pebbles. Then I'm able to kind of fight through whatever, might be happening at the work. But even at work, it's like I'm saying good morning. How y'all doing? How was your weekend? Because that's who I am. So it's like being true to yourself is a big part of it too. Like Jay was saying, being authentic. And that's how you really have to navigate. And then if you do feel some of that negative stuff, it's like you said, I'm getting away from it, or I'm repelling it because I just can't keep letting that darkness eat away. And that's the struggle. And for me, what I try to do too, like with the kids, 1 week on, 1 week off. So it's like I struggle with making things like I feel like I got to make it special. But I think in one way it's good because I'm trying to squeeze the juice out of every moment. If it's a car ride, we're going to Target. Like I know I could put on a song and get everybody crunk, and that can be a mini concert. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's ways to like, how do you, like you said, create this joy? How can I make you smile? Can we laugh? Or maybe we need to have a deep conversation. Like what's wrong with you? What happened? Tell me about that. Like there's no judgment. Nobody's in trouble.
Right,
Like
right.
let's talk. So I think it's just focusing on, the things that are important, which are those connections. And in those moments that you have, like not taking them for granted and being authentic. And I'll kick it back. I'll kick it back.
Yeah, I can dig it.
T-Rail, what you got
I
on
would,
that?
I,
I become more happy.
yeah, I would say you become happy, man, by turning your focus inward, right? Looking at yourself, like what's making you unhappy. Get rid of that shit if you can.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
or limit your
right.
exposure to it. You know what I mean? Not
Facts.
Got
it,
you.
it
Yeah.
I'd be naive to think that everybody can just, wake up and walk in their truth and live their dreams and do the happiest job that's out there. A lot of
Yeah.
times, most of the time you got to do what you got to do, but you control how it affects you and you control how you react to it. You control your actions and reactions to all of these things. And look, I have my moments. And I actually had a moment yesterday because I had an expectation, right? And that was my expectation. No one else understood what my expectation was, but I felt a type of way about it. And I actually had to I stepped into the garage, twist me up a little something, did what I had to do, but
Mhm.
I had to have a moment with myself to think like, yo, I control my reaction and my actions and my interpretation of all like no one else, everyone else is living their own lives. They're doing what they gotta do. I choose my
Mhm.
own happy, like I choose how I feel. I gotta work on regulating my emotions. And that's emotional intelligence, right? When we talk about self-regulation and understanding, how to deal with your feelings, your emotions, and communicate. Communication is a big one too. Like, how are you communicating your feelings? How are you communicating your discomforts? Like, not just outwardly, but inwardly too. Because what you say and what you tell manifests itself, no matter what anybody tells you.
100%.
Man, that shit is really gonna come out it's gonna come out some way in your life. So you gotta treat yourself better. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
Exercise, what you eat, like everything, like your environment, it all matters. So like how you eat, how you talk, what you listen to, how you react to things, like all of that affects, your overall life experience, in my opinion. So why not fill your life with things that bring you joy and make you happy versus, you know, watching shit that stresses you out, listening to stuff that gives you anxiety. Like I don't watch the news. Now,
I know.
unfortunately, I miss a lot of
Yeah.
stuff that's happening in the
Right.
world, but on the other hand, I don't really care because that's not happening in my world. So like, what I mean? I think you control your environment, you control your emotions and your reactions. Man, if you treat yourself better, you'll come out happier, in my opinion. The simple answer is treat yourself better.
I like it.
So a mentor of mine, every time I talk to this guy, I got it's just he's like an onion. There's always another layer to him, and it's so dope. So I'm usually a pretty upbeat person. Walk in his office, and he's like, "Is everything okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, everything's cool." He was like, "Nah, nah, something's not right." I said, "No, I'm cool, man. I'm chill. What's up? Let's get this popping because I gotta get kids in about an hour, man. We came here for us to go, right? Like I already have a therapist, not you." So he goes into his desk and he brings out these rods, and they're called dowsing rods. And he tells me, "Stand up," or he asks me, right? Stand up, and he starts walking towards me. We're maybe 10 feet apart, and they're straight. I don't know if you've ever seen these, but look them up on YouTube or Insta is dope how they work. And he's walking towards me, and they're starting to fan out this way, which means like I'm just off. The energy I'm putting out is off. And so then he tells me, he says, "Okay, whatever you're thinking about, I want you to stop thinking about that. I want you to think about something that makes you really, really happy." And I said, "All right, I got it." He's like, "All right, now I want you to find something that makes you happier than that." And then I went to my family, right? Like my kids and just seeing them being born and seeing them play at school and go to like I'm literally running a movie. Excuse me. I'm running a movie through my head. And then he steps back and then puts the dowsing rods on again. Oh, I'm sorry, I had it reversed. Before the dowsing rod was going really, really close, like really, really hyper focused, which means your energy is tight. You're really tight. And then he did it again and he took maybe one step and man, they just flew right open, which meant the energy that I was emitting, like forced these rods away from me. And man, I started to water up because I'm thinking, wow, wow,
And you control that.
I control, bro. That's what I took away from it. Now, how did this man see it on me? I didn't say anything.
He felt
And
it.
then he felt it, right? And then once I'm just standing there and I got all this on me that I'm trying to just continue to push backwards, right? And it's not working. And then I start thinking about just happiness. And man, it changed our whole conversation. It changed the rest of my day. I came home happier and I was just like, oh my gosh. So I say all that to say, like T said, man, it starts internally, right? No one can make you happy. No one can make you sad, right? Truly, truly has to start with you. So now, whenever I'm upset or like I think I told y'all when I had my cancer scare, there was a mental block there, man, and I couldn't get past it. and it became physical, and I couldn't get past it. And then the doc, we in conversations, and then I thought of my family, like, all right, man, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go. Right. I had to change that. So to answer your question, you just got to find your happy place. And I
Mm,
know everyone says that, trying to find things that are going to make you happy. Usually they're not external. Usually it's internal. So you got to take care of that internal need. And then once you get done with the internal need, usually, you can go out and emit happiness or show happiness, but it has to start within. So for example, even Thanksgiving, like Jay said, it's one of my favorite holidays because everyone is just coming together. And like you said, there's no monetary pressure. I don't know, man. We just coming together and just having a good time,
You gonna
you know?
laugh. You
It,
gonna
it,
you
it-
gonna probably gonna cry a little bit. Maybe somebody might fight and
right,
argue who cleaned it up, who brought. But it's
bruh.
all love, and I do
It's all
appreciate that
love.
about Thanksgiving.
And I
yeah.
remember real quick, I remember when mom would host, man, we'd have sometimes 40, maybe even 50 people at the crib. And you just have to think, man, like 40 people having a good time all on the same time. Everybody talking about it, dressing is slapping, the wings are good, the greens are banging, the turkey's nice. And then you like, hey, let's go outside real quick because mom don't allow that in the crib. You know what I mean? So then you got
Yeah.
those cousins you kicking it with. Then you got the other cousins that's
Yeah.
over there like, well, y'all okay. So you just had these.
Yep.
It's a good.
You have all these like breakout groups.
Yep.
Yes.
You got the garage crew, the cats
Yep.
that's in the lawn that just got out. You know what I'm saying?
With the red cups.
Kids
You
running
can't have none of
around.
that.
I didn't even know you was my cousin.
Right.
Man, I think that, man, T-Rail really, really said something that hit that emotional regulation. Because it's one thing to to experience emotion, which most of us, especially as black men, we don't get the opportunity to do that just because the way that we've been raised. But when you get to the point where you're allowing yourself to experience emotion, but also to be aware of it, because like I said, it ain't always gonna be roses. It's like, okay, you said you had an expectation and that expectation wasn't met. So it's like, okay, I'm feeling some type of way. Let me step back and let me sit in that. And I think a
Mhm.
lot of times we don't. And Bruce just alluded to, he was like, okay, I'm trying to push this stuff back. Like I got houses to flip, I got people to pay, so I ain't got time for that. Which in actuality, you're doing yourself a detriment because
Huge disservice.
when you realize that, and when my man pointed out to you, was like the rest of the day went better. And I think that's one of the things that we have to allow. And I thank God for this group and us being in contact for so many years because of the glide, because there's so many things that we probably would have dealt with on our own if we
Wrong.
did well, wrongly, if we didn't have this outlet. And I mean, because I know a lot of people don't have it, and of course I have a close group here in Jackson, but to be able to get on the phone and utilize it for something that is actually going to benefit my mental health and my attitude, because like, even when it comes to just like sitting in a negative emotion and allowing people to allow you to do that is priceless. Because a lot of times, like even just when it comes to the emotion of just crying and being sad, like we're not allowed to do what society says we're not allowed to do that. But man, crying is just so
Therapeutic.
therapeutic. I mean, I remember when Corey sent that album, Ray Kincaid, and he has that song Black Boy Cry. Man, I
Yeah.
had that joint on because I had never heard anything like it. It was just so wow, like why can't that black boy cry?
Word up.
Like, why can't he cry? Because when you do, it's like we used to think it was a bad thing, but man, it's just so releasing. Whatever it is, and it don't even have to be a sad thing. I mean, one of my favorite movies is Meet Joe Black. I cry every
Facts.
time I see that joke.
That's a good one. I love that
Man,
film too.
I like just to be able to sit, but like now I'm old enough to understand the emotions of what that movie means. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about how love is so powerful that even death itself couldn't deny it. Death had to recognize love. You know what I'm saying? And get into that emotion and like, look, I can't leave this. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
coming with me.
Yeah.
That's how powerful that emotion was. Like I didn't realize, just like you said, just going through the motions of death,
Yeah.
like, and then encounter love. I'm like, hold on, I'm doing something wrong because I've never experienced this emotion before, to the point where, and it's just I might watch it again just to cry. You know what I'm saying? Today, because it's just so
Hey,
powerful. But I just
that's
think that
real.
is a beautiful thing, to get to the point where you have people that you feel. I mean, I'm getting emotional about it now. That you feel safe with,
Mhm.
Word up, brother.
Straight
Word
up.
up.
just just to let it go.
Fact.
You know
No,
what I'm
that's all
saying?
good, baby. Now I want to
So
piggyback off that. I want
go
to
ahead.
piggyback off that, Jay, because I feel you. I feel your emotion, baby. Like prior to the last 2 years and getting divorced, I didn't really talk about personal life or anything like that. And Bruce probably, I'll never forget the call, but he might remember it. I was at rock bottom, and I told him that. That was literally what I said to him. Like B was like, "What's up, man? You need some money?" Nah, bruh. I don't know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow. I was at rock bottom. So piggybacking on what Jay said, it's like like it's a cliche, but it's really real. Like, and I've been telling people this too. Like, I'm very boisterous about it now. And I'm glad Jay said it because you do have to feel it. You literally have to go through that to get through it. So I cry all the time. I'm gonna say it on the mic. I cry all the time.
Ain't nothing
Music
wrong
makes me
with it.
cry. There's movies. Hell, I'll be at my desk and I'll have a memory. I got to get up and go for a walk because like those feelings, they're like the wind blows. You gonna feel it, and you gotta ride the wave to process it, and it's okay. See, in years before this happened, this is what it taught me. Like Bruce did, I just threw that over my shoulder. Like, man, nah, we good. Just keep it moving. And you felt like there was pride in that. Like that
Yeah,
was
like I
what a
got
man
through
was
it.
supposed to
Got
do.
over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I was on the phone with this boy B crying on a daily basis. It was crazy. So, but he heard me. He allowed me to say the hard things and the embarrassing things. And with all of y'all at some point, right? And even with other people that I didn't even know that was going to show up for me. But man, cry, journal, talk about the hard stuff because it is so therapeutic. So if anybody listening, like you got to do it. You don't have to stay there. You got to come out of that
Right.
dark room, but you do have to feel it because it just, you'll drown. You know what I'm saying? So it is very powerful. Cry, it is therapeutic. Movies choke me up all the time. So
I think that journaling,
music,
was a powerful way too, because sometimes it's hard to say the words, like
facts. Oh
to
man, when Jay
verbally
put me on that,
communicate those things, but to journal. And I journaled in a different way, but with the artist way, to try to find some creativity, but it helped you work through emotions, man, and say things that you just couldn't verbally communicate. So I would definitely recommend
Facts.
anybody get to a point where you, even if you can't say it, start writing,
it's a
because
conversation with yourself,
mhm,
literally. And then like, me and Jay talked about it early, and then, I started just filling up journals. Like I got stacks of them. And because at one point I didn't feel like I could say these things. Maybe that's too much information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, yo, this is life. I ain't embarrassed. Because you find out at this age, we all have been through something, lost
Right.
something, recovering from something. I think Jay has sent it out a while back. It was Les Brown said about a storm, right? You either coming out of a storm, just left one, or about to roll up on one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
and
life.
that's
It's not
life.
pretty.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Man, it's funny. I'm in the podcast, on the podcast, and I'm appreciating the podcast. I mean, you guys are dropping knowledge. You know what I mean? And it's still letting me know how far I have to go. So, and I appreciate y'all. You know, I don't even know if it's the time to say it, man, but I appreciate all you cats, bro, because it when you I said this the other day to somebody else. When you're your own man and you answer to yourself, you're always right.
Mm.
Always. But the problem is you're not. You know what I mean? You can be wrong, but you don't know that you're wrong
Correct.
because who are you bouncing stuff off of? Who are you talking to? No one. So, I mean, you sling it over your shoulder and you roll, man. You know, see Lou, man, is kind of we cut the same way, right? We had a that discussion and we all gave different perspectives. And then he even reached out to every single person to find out.
He
What
did.
a man
That
that man is, because
that's dope.
he needed that, and I love him for that.
Right. But I was him. The only thing that changed is I started talking to people, right? And then knowing, I think Jay said it, he was like, "Man, I never even thought about it that way. From
Mhm.
here to there." Then he left there and went here, and then he left here and went there. His mentality is different than everybody's in the room.
Yeah, his experience is so unique.
I told him the same thing. I was like, see, I ain't been in the rooms you've been in.
It's 100%, bro.
So I understand why you had that perspective.
And it
Right.
was crazy, man. I think I was inviting him, what I mean, to some outings. And he was like, "Nah, I'm cool. Nah, I'm chill. Nah, I'm cool." And so now coming back and we're talking about, some other things that he's going through. Now I see it. Now I can respect it a little more because he's has a whole different event going on in his mind that he hasn't shared with me. But now that he has shared it with me, I'm looking at him like, "Yo, I got you, bro. So now we'll just do it here. Or we'll just do it there." So, man, you brothers don't know, man. And for anyone out there listening, find somebody that you
Feel safe
can
with.
be vulnerable. Yeah, vulnerable, safe, you know what I
So
mean, with.
big.
And it's hard because even when you think you're being vulnerable, you're still holding back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because it's still that, I don't know though. Like,
Yeah. You're afraid of being judged because you've
yeah,
never gone all the way there. And it's because we're so used to dealing with people that have a motive.
Right.
yeah,
And even if you're
yeah.
not, even if you're close, you're if they don't have a motive, you're like, how they gonna perceive me after this
After this,
information?
yeah,
Even your
yeah.
closest friends, like how are they gonna perceive me? Because like you said, I'm doing my thing. I'm pushing that stuff back. So what happens when they know that this is a weakness of mine, or this is a place where I don't have it all together?
Mm,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? How are you going to perceive me? And it's like, man, but what you come to realize, like Corey said, like, oh, you dealing with that? Let me tell you what I'm dealing with.
right. No, for real. Yeah,
I see you, and I
yeah.
appreciate that. So it's like it opens up the floodgates. Like, oh, you
Yeah.
on that? It's like when we went to New Orleans. It was just like that whole powwow session, and we was there specifically, really kind of, for see Nick, but it just like it really opened up, you know, the channels for everybody to
It did.
just to
Yeah.
go in and just really become more vulnerable with one another because it's now and it definitely strengthens the relationship because now it's not all about just the success and the happy times, but it's like, oh
Right.
yeah, when it ain't right,
Yeah, it's all
okay,
yeah, yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Let me tell you what's going on because this ain't going
I think
well.
that
yeah.
You know what
that
I mean?
weekend or that time we spent there was definitely the end of small talk in our group.
Oh yeah, it was
Like,
definitely a shift.
we,
Yeah.
It was a
we didn't give a
shift.
fuck about the
Yeah, yeah,
games.
Major
yeah, how the
About
shift.
kids? Yeah,
Chill, baby.
yeah.
Now that was
Yeah.
So
beautiful.
when you speak about it, it kinda makes it real, and sometimes you don't wanna deal with it right now. That's something for me. So, you say it and you're like, "Oh god, now I gotta deal with it." You know what I mean? That's a real thing too. So, man, this thing called life, bro. They don't give you no cheat code. Remember on Contra, you could put in the cheat
Up
code.
down, up down, left, right.
You know what I'm saying? Get unlimited
ADHD, ADD.
lives. Hey, son. So let's start like, yeah, Mike Tyson punch out. You can get the code, get straight to him. There are no codes, B, right?
Yeah,
And the worst part about this is you don't know that you don't know
triple
until you
darkness.
and so, man, I was talking to my wife about it, and I told her like, I need you and I appreciate you because you have another. You see the blind spot, right? I'm in it. Sometimes when you at the batter's box and you swinging, all you looking at is the pitcher. You haven't noticed that the infield is shifted to the right. or excuse me, the outfielder shifts it to the right because they know you're going to hit right. You don't see all these things. That's why there's a coach over there telling you where to hit the ball, right? So that's what I'm telling my wife. Like, I appreciate, that you're there, and excuse me for not having all the answers, right? But I'm trying to be vulnerable with you so that I get the 360 protection, right? Because for me, hey, I, I knocked this out, it's done. Having another person saying, but don't forget about A, B, C, and D. So that's why you always want to go ahead and just kind of have somebody that you can be vulnerable with, because you're going to miss something, right? And it don't have to be that hard.
Yeah. But when you talk about the cheat code, like I said, there's no cheat code. I think we've been led to believe that just because of the construct of the system that we're in. But I think, and we talked about, I think the cheat code is finding your what makes you happy and being authentic to that. Because I think that we become all inauthentic when we're chasing everything external. The bigger house, the bigger pay. It's like when I graduated from Jackson State, I was like, okay, I'm gonna see how much money I can get for this degree. Are y'all gonna pay me this? Okay, bet. I got to move up. I got to get, the big thing. I gotta make six figures. I gotta get the job, make six figures. I gotta get this. I gotta get that. But it's like with every job that I've had, I was never passionate about that.
Mm.
It was a means to an end. Every job that I've had since I left Jackson State. Now, of course, I found the happiness in it. I was good at it and I was developing skills, but I wasn't a kid at 5 years old and was like, oh yeah, I want to go manage Waffle House, or I want to go work at Cintas, or I want to go work at Ecolab. They all provide a benefit to me, but it was a means to an end based on my mindset thinking that I needed to have these certain things that was going to make me happy. But as I've gotten older, I've realized that, like I said, that happiness comes from within and being authentic. And once you get to that point, then it's like, okay, hold on, like I said, let me remove some stuff, things and people. You know what I'm saying?
Person, place, and
you know,
things.
yeah, person, place, you know what I'm saying? All the nouns. And I think once you start doing that, because I guess a self-proclaimed minimalist, because I would throw some stuff away in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, like I said, I don't like to suffer from decision fatigue. So if I see stuff that has just been there and it's causing me to think about something that doesn't even matter, then I need to remove it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think searching for that happiness. So it's like, even with that cheat code, giving our children that, like you said, and T. Rail said, not destroying that dream, but understand what it's going to take and what sacrifice it's going to take for you to be authentic and achieve that happiness. But at the very beginning, like if you're instilling this so young in a child, they don't even think about what they're sacrificing, because it's not a sacrifice to them. It's a sacrifice to us because we had to go through this. So it's like we get to this point where it's like, okay, well now I got to sacrifice this, this, and this. But that don't even matter no more. If you plant the seed of being authentic and happiness in your kids from the very jump,
There ain't no limit on your happiness.
it ain't no limit, and it ain't really no sacrifice either, because like, well, that was a sacrifice to y'all growing up because y'all grew up, we grew up poor, we grew up on Section 8 and what have you. But it's like, if I know that this is the status quo, okay, how can I maintain this without sacrificing my integrity, my happiness and my authenticity? It's like, if I can work on happiness and authenticity from the jump, then I ain't sacrificing nothing, because I'm going
Right.
straight. I'm laser focused straight on the goal, and this is going to benefit me from the inside out, to the point where, like, when my man's pulled up to Corey House with, like, come check out the whip. Well, I was never intrigued by that in the first place. So that's not, you know what I'm saying? So that
Right.
ain't even a sacrifice to me. It ain't
Right.
like, oh, now it's like, now I'm sitting
Like,
in Thanksgiving
why? Where
thinking
you
about
about
the
to
whip
go?
outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like you pulled up here and
Yeah.
you want us to come outside to see how you got here, but we all got here. We all got here to Corey's house to
Yeah.
enjoy something, and you want to point out, it's like, bruh, I rode my bike over here. I live around the corner.
Right.
I
Right.
ain't asking y'all to come outside to say, look at my 10 speed. Like, I'm here to enjoy the company. Like,
Yeah.
It's
100%.
almost like mentally it's like, do you really need to be here then?
That's what it becomes.
That yeah,
And I think
Do
that's
you really need to be here if you pulled up to bring us outside of what we came to enjoy? Do
right,
you really need to be here?
right.
I think that's a child,
Especially
look at
when
me as a child's mentality too, right? Like, you know what I mean? And it takes growth to get past that. And even your kids compete for attention and, all of those things. The dogs compete for attention around here. Like, it's an adolescent, not a child, it's an adolescent mentality because children grow out of that if given the right tools and the right, the right support and the right system and environment. Adults do that because they're lacking something. You know what I
it's
mean?
esteem.
You know what I
My
mean?
mom,
Definitely lacking.
I remember when I was growing up, my mom and I have just a beautiful relationship, more like best friends than mom and son. And so I would tell her all about my dreams. I want to have so much money I can mow the lawn in a three-piece suit. And she would say, "Boy, that's crazy." So then I would tell her my dreams, and I say, "Okay, I accomplished this, and and then my mom would say, "You need to slow down." What? What are you talking about? She said, "You getting everything now. What's next?"
Mm.
Yeah, and that made me think. That makes sense, right? You want all these external things that you're trying to fill a void in, right? I wanted the Jaguar. I afforded one. Got it. Man, it's the smallest car ever made. Like you it's smaller than the vet, bro. Like, why? You know what I mean? So when you get these things, it's oh, you know what I mean? And so, like T Rail was saying, as an adult, you have to be able to look inside and figure this out. The Trolls movie, I know this is funny because but I got kids and they love that movie. That's what that whole movie's about. Finding your inner happiness, your inner peace. Outside stuff can only make you happy for so long because what happens? Somebody's gonna scratch your car, now you mad, right? Now you've attached your happiness to a $900 car note, right?
Yeah.
So now the stress of the $900 car note makes you look at, do I really need this car? So now you're not even
Yeah.
happy with the car because it's costing you, bro.
Well, you stressed because
Nah,
you're paying $900 for it and they scratched it. So that's
bruh. So
amplifying the
it's a
stress.
double.
Now you
So
paying 900 for something that's scratched.
right,
Yeah.
right. Meanwhile, and then you find out it's not an asset, it's a liability. So now you 3 strikes. Get that thing out of here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So you're right. It comes from esteem, and that esteem has to come in from the inside. So while, I praise my boys and I praise my daughter, I also tell them, okay, we need to do this because life isn't all about praise either, right? There's going to be some heartaches, there's going to be some challenges, there's going to be some shortcomings. There's going to be things that challenge you to the point where you feel like you can't make it. And right when they get there, that's when I come in as their cheer coach and say, all right, come on, buddy, let's go. 2 more and you got it. That's how
Yeah.
you build.
With that, and that's why you need to be doing something that makes you happy. Because that way you're not waiting for external validation.
Yeah, I don't need
Like
it.
you like you yeah, you don't need it. I mean, and it's great to have. Don't get me wrong.
100%.
Everybody likes that's why you gotta have
Attaboy.
good people around you. Yeah, absolutely. Just to champion that. But at the same time, it's like you so happy doing it that you don't even know that you're doing it. It's like hours go by. You just absolutely love it. Like I could be in here all day, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's why you need that.
I'm so proud of my son because last night we went to a birthday party at this indoor go-kart place, and Tyrell, my son, he loves cars and he loves, racing and getting into it. He was with, they were younger kids, so he was already gonna dominate the field, right? So like you're supposed to win in that situation. Like you the biggest, you the oldest, you know what I mean? You're gonna win. But how do you still have fun with it? And what I was telling him throughout that was like, there's 3 races. I'm like, dude, you can't worry about all of that because they're kids. They're going to be crashing. They're going to be all over the place. And he was so focused on finding his line. You like when racing, like finding your line. You're taking the wide path or the short path, or how you race, how you run it. I'm like, you got to worry about your race. Avoid the crashes, find your line. And he came off that last race. He went into the last one. I'm like, all right, your best lap was 27.106. So let's see if we can get under 27. And he came off and he was so happy. He was like, it took me 8 laps to find my line, but I finally found it. And did you see in his last lap, it was like 26.999. And he was so happy and he had so much joy in his face. and he didn't even realize that he won. Like he was down most of the race because he was just like he started at the back, but his last 3 laps he had found his spot, found his groove, and he was so happy. He passed it, he lapped him, like end up coming in first place. But just to see the joy on him because he did something that made him so happy. And he reached a
Word up.
goal. He set a goal. He challenged himself, and it was like I'm like that's like a microcosm of life right there, bro. Like you running your own, and we talked about like you running your own race. Like you wasn't. I didn't see your head turning, looking what everybody else is doing, and all. Like you gotta. The road is in front of you. Like
Word.
drive your race, find your line, and go enjoy yourself. And the results will speak for itself. And he was so happy, and I was so proud of him because I could see the happiness just pouring out of that man. It was like
Word.
he wasn't happy that he smashed those little kids in a go-kart race,
Yeah,
but he
it was a
was
Yeah.
personal best.
but he was happy that he did the very best that he could every single time, and that made me proud as a dad to see that because it wasn't about nobody else. It was about him doing what
Yeah.
he was out there to do. So that was
I
a
like
very
it.
proud moment.
Hey, piggybacking off that, Big Willie, if y'all read the book, he talked a lot about happiness and his kind of journey with that. I mean, one of the things he talked about was with his wife, right? Like he retired from trying to make her happy, like because that comes from the inside. That's kind of what his conclusion on that was. That was one thing. He also talked about being very, very, very successful. Like he's at the peak, he's at the summit, and then when you're there, it's like kind of what Bruce was saying. Like he got to that peak real quick, and once you're there, it's like, okay, what's next? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then you kind of walk back down the mountain and along the way, you figure out, well, I don't need this, I don't need that. That was for you, because you realize everything's inside. He talks a lot about one of his favorite books is The Alchemist. And just to give you a Reader's Digest version, in that book, the main character goes, he starts at this tree and he's told about this treasure beyond measure. So he goes on this huge quest. And at the end of it, he literally ends up in the same spot to realize everything he needed was inside of him. The treasure he had everything he needed to be happy. And that's just a Reader Digest version. But to watch him navigate and go on his journey for that, then it's like you come back to you. It all starts with you in that perspective and investing in yourself and those things that make you happy. Um, so Eddie Murphy dropped a documentary, right? And one of my takeaways is like it was hilarious and I learned a lot about Eddie. But
Yeah,
I had two takeaways. He's funny, but man, he has some tragic things happen to him, and he talks about it in a way that's a little guarded, where he gives you enough, but it's like it's still a joke in there. So
yeah,
like he didn't really get emotional when he talked about his brother. Like you felt the emotion, but it wasn't pure. He wasn't purely vulnerable in my perspective. And there's also a scene where you can see his house, you can see all these movies, his success, the type of star and really performer, entertainer that Eddie's been is like really unparalleled. But he said it real quick, like, man, some days I don't even want to go to work. Like, I mean, I do it because I got to pay the bills, but like that's not even what makes him happy anymore. It's not stand up. It wasn't making movies. Like he's done everything you can do. He's done it, but it was just being at home, being around the kids, the small, simple
yeah.
things. So I thought that was pretty powerful, man. Like you can be the Eddie Murphy of your world or whatever, but do you have those meaningful connections that make every day worth worth it? Getting up for and spending this big house with,
I think
you know.
even in watching that, the happiest moments for him were the moments with the kids, and the kids didn't give a
Yep.
damn
Absolutely.
who they don't know who Eddie
Yeah,
Murphy
that's
is.
donkey.
Mhm. They was like, we don't know Paul Mooney, none of these cats, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
They ain't know none of they ain't care. They weren't even here for any of that. So like they just get to enjoy him as the person. And I think those were what I took away from him was like we were watching like these kids don't give a damn about who know Eddie Murphy is, but they were all happy in those moments. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
that to me was a big takeaway.
What was so big for me is that I was waiting. I think me and B had we had chopped it up a little bit. Like I was waiting for the perfect day to watch it. Like I didn't want to be interrupted. Like that's how big of a fan I am of Eddie. And I love documentaries, so it was a win-win. So the kids were here Sunday night before last, and I started watching it like 10 minutes, and I was like, I gotta share this with them. Like I gotta let's see if they'll watch it with your boy. And so I'm like, hey, Eddie Murphy got this documentary. It's really funny. And Jace has watched Coming to America, Nutty Professor, so some of those things, and Kylie's seen them too. And I was like, this is the guy that played in those movies. So they watched 45 minutes of it. So I was just happy to share that with them though and
Yeah.
see some of the
Yeah.
things. But then, clips of Raw was coming up and they're like, hey, I was like, it's funny, I know. But hey, don't say that. But just to have that moment with them, it was so beautiful. And then I finished it on my own, man. It brought me a lot of joy just watching it.
Yeah.
What I like about that, I mean, I didn't realize, yo, Eddie was so young and
19.
he was at the top of the world, bro.
Right out the
I
gate.
mean,
Yeah.
that's crazy. And he was saying, he wanted to be successful at 18, and everybody was making fun that he didn't make it by 18. But next year, boom, SNL, and then 48
Killed it.
hours. But what he said was, he was like, man, I was around the best of the best. And they were talking about, like, he said some people just, get into recreational barbiturates because we don't know if we got kids watching. And he said, nah, I was too focused. Like I
It
never
wasn't my
wanted
thing. He
anything to
literally
do.
said it wasn't my thing.
Man, that right there was the one, because the one thing that I took away from that was discipline.
Yeah,
You know how
Facts.
big
disciplined you
time.
have to be, bro, right? And even today, like, I went and did some things and I thought about Eddie. I was like, yeah, I gotta he did it. You know what I mean? Why can't I? That kind of discipline, you could have literally anything in the world he could have. Think about Eddie in his prime, man. They didn't even talk about Golden Child. Like, we just gonna leave that movie
They
off?
ain't say nothing
You know
Hey,
about
what I
it.
mean?
No.
man, no, we go
There's
at the end of
a
this.
lot of
I
movies
want
they
to go
didn't say.
around and get top five. So
Okay.
remember that.
All right.
Remember that thought.
Fair, fair. So, but even that,
Look at him. He's like, I can't do it.
no, I
A
got you.
whole nother
I
whole
got
nother
you.
hour, a whole nother
I
podcast
got
on
you.
that.
So
Jeez.
just, you know what I mean? Just
Give my top 3
finding,
maybe.
yo,
I shouldn't have said nothing. Go ahead.
yo, you don't have to though. I got him right now.
He's like, I
So
got you.
just finding that, like, your happy place, because he said I'm happy. And finding the discipline to be able to do that. Like, it's just shout out to people who can do it, man. And so I'm trying to raise my kids, and I'm not the most disciplined, right? Like, I have apps on my phone that track what I do. And when I see I'm spending too much time on it, I delete it because it's a distraction. But that's hard. You know what I mean? It's coming back and looking at just a report card all the time. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to teach the kids. Like, that's what life is. It's a bunch of report cards. Like, anyways, man, I'm going on. It was a good documentary, man. It
Yeah,
was
all
solid.
right, for sure.
Well, before we get into top five, any takeaways from the doc, Jay or T-Rail?
Yeah, I would say, piggybacking on what Bruce said, the discipline for sure. And what I love was hearing how much respect the people who worked with him had for his discipline.
Yeah.
You would think like somebody who spent their entire career making like some of the funniest movies of all time is
Yeah.
a clown. He was not a
Right.
clown. That man was serious.
Measured, reserved. Yeah.
And like he took it so serious, and I
Yeah.
just, that was like, wow, I did not, because you think about, I mean, I don't know, you see other cats or you see like Jim Carrey, and I don't know nothing about Jim Carrey, but I imagine him to be the silliest person on the set. Eddie was not silly. He was not. He was
A
a
professional.
tactician with it. Like
Yes.
he was purposely funny, and
Mhm.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That man played, and they were talking about how he could play, obviously Eddie played multiple characters in, all these films, but then like the respect they had once he had to play two different characters in the movie, and it wasn't like a change of wardrobe or a change of makeup, and he could bring you two totally different personalities with just facial expressions. That was crazy. That was wow. Eddie was
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Nah, no doubt. Yeah, that was that part stood out to me as far as like him doing the different voices and characters, and it's a totally different person. Like, that's a whole nother level of talent, definitely. But the other thing that kind of really stood out to me was
Shout out
that
to the dog sleep over there.
She knocked out.
oh, that's what that is.
That's
I
the
was
dog
wondering.
That was
sleeping.
the dog snoring on my floor. I'm like, get out.
We had to get that in there. Go ahead, Jay.
My bad. Try to kick her
Yeah,
out.
that was good. Nah, but one of the main things that stood out to me was that Eddie took a lot of L's on some of these movies and still is considered one of the greatest.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't have to have a box office hit every single time. He went through a nice little span where the industry was talking about him like this dude
Yeah.
is not it no more.
SNL clowned him.
Yeah, SNL was talking about him where he
Meet
started.
Dave, I Spy, Pluto
Yeah.
Nash.
Yeah, so the fact that you can go through that
Ugh.
drought and still come back and do your thing because it's in you. And I applaud him for even expressing his creativity to even want to do some of those movies. And it's like, well, either they gonna land or not. Cause it's like I said, he ain't doing it for the awards, obviously. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He was just doing it to be able to express his creative nature. And then, of course, everybody gonna have an opinion, but he still came back, did some fantastic films, and still is highly regarded as one of the best in the game. So hey, he didn't let those L's define him. He just like, okay, well, I did that movie, and then I'm finna go on to the next.
Yeah. 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 Man, dude is
Yeah.
bad.
All right. Well, hey, let's get into this list because I'm very intrigued. We're gonna go with Bruce because he said he already got it, son.
Oh man, my list is easy, baby. Okay,
Wait,
so
is it in
and that,
order? Is it in order?
no, and that's what I was gonna say. You
I
can't
don't know
you
if you
can't
could
put
do
it in
that.
order.
Yeah.
You can't. That's
I
like
have
picking your
mine in
favorite
order.
kid. Okay, pick your favorite kid. Pick your
No,
favorite
you
kid.
go. No, that's
Alright.
different. Go ahead, son.
Hold on, does stand up count? Or we just talking straight film?
Ooh, I didn't think about that. No, it's straight. Let's do like feature
You
films,
got
not no
Feature
stand
film,
up.
no
yeah,
stand
you
up.
got to do
Okay.
films.
Oh, okay, that made it a little harder. Okay, all right.
Because
So
those
hands
are
down,
movies. I feel you, but yeah, I
yeah.
went straight movies.
Okay, so okay, bet. So I'm gonna go with Coming to America.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 48 Hours because I'd
The,
never seen
the
anybody.
original.
Yeah, the first one,
Okay. Okay.
not the next or the next
Another
48 hours.
Another 48 hours.
Another
Yeah.
48 hours. Thank you. Yeah, so the original. Another wasn't my thing. And then I mean, I like the Shrek boys, man. Sorry. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So I'm
hey,
gonna
hey,
go
in the
Shrek.
morning, I'm making waffles. Like, yo, we not mad at you, baby. Yo, you can't
Because
run
it
from
was
that.
one of the I mean, my oldest had
Oh,
just,
he
you know
froze
what I
up a little
mean,
bit.
came into that, so it made good memories.
Don't start that shit, Bruce.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, so Shrek, and then man, it was gonna be delirious, bro. So I don't
Wait,
know. I
okay,
don't
so
have
you
a
said Coming to America, another 48
yeah.
hours,
Harlem
Harlem Nights,
Nights,
Shrek.
Shrek, and it was gonna be delirious, but apparently that doesn't.
It was a film, but it
But it
wasn't.
was
It's
I mean,
still
yeah.
stand.
okay, we'll let it ride.
You can
Delirious
take
for
it.
sure, for sure.
Can I
All
go
right,
next?
go ahead, baby.
Yeah, can I go next?
Let me get it right.
It's gonna be a lot of overlap on these lists.
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, so for me, Coming to America, Nutty Professor, Beverly Hills Cop, the first one, Harlem Nights, and probably one of my favorites, Trading Places.
Oh, I
That's a good
forgot.
list.
Trading Places
Yeah,
was so
yeah,
good
you
too.
slipping.
You can't even.
You slipping.
I
Slipping,
love
B.
Trading Places,
Oh,
man. I
Come on, man.
absolutely love
Randy.
it,
anytime
man.
that's on, anytime it's
Yeah.
on,
Yeah, it's like you gotta let it ride.
Oh,
You
man.
gotta
anytime it's on.
I just love it,
Yeah.
man. I may watch it today.
Mortimer, we're back.
And they tied that into Coming to America.
Yeah,
So,
Which was
correct.
great.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go.
hey, hold on before you go. Wait, so Beverly Hills 1 is better than 2, you think?
That's
Yeah.
I
tough.
just
But
like
Yeah.
I just like that first one. I
Yeah.
mean,
You're the
no,
second
two,
person recently that's told me that, and I just can't see it. But go ahead.
yeah, two is
I'm gonna tell you why. But go
don't get
ahead.
me wrong, but I just like the
That
maybe just
Detroit,
because it's
he was hood.
yeah, it would just
You know what? You know what messed it up for me? The cutoff sweatshirt. I was done with him. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. What do Eddie got on, bruh? But Damon Wayans is in the first one, so it's like they had a lot of funny in that.
Yeah,
So
it
I'm
was
not
very
mad
funny.
at you, but I just
Yeah.
couldn't. All right, go ahead, T. My
I
bad.
think
Yeah.
so. Life #1 for me. Like
Like,
Life is my all time
yeah,
favorite.
you
Like
slipping.
Life, dog. Like
Bruce want to go back.
He want to go back. Look at him.
I can
Go
watch
ahead, T.
Life on repeat every day
Yeah.
for the rest of my life.
It's in our vocabulary.
Like
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
and not just for Eddie, but with Martin too, because I love Martin.
Man,
Um,
the
one
whole
of the best
cast.
movies ever.
Coming to America, Nutty Professor, Harlem Nights could have easily been #1, and then Boomerang.
Ooh, Boomy.
Boomerang. Boomerang is sneaky funny.
First black romantic comedy, all black cast, crazy work, bro.
Great movie, dog.
Yeah, it was alright.
It was
Nah, that I watched that. I had the VHS of that boy.
nigga, Boomerang was just like, it was around
Whatever Eddie did, I was like, I got to do that. Whatever that job
I think
is.
the timing,
Yeah.
I think, you know, where I was, I think I was probably, you know, early teen, like in that where I started to understand what the jokes and understand what was going on. It wasn't like, and then you get older and you realize like all the emotional ups and downs of the movie too. There was layers to that movie. It actually became way deeper after the fact.
The soundtrack was fire.
Yeah, but
Tony Braxton.
I like Boomerang a lot. I had to throw that one on the list, and then, you know, because I threw that one on there because we took off stand up because Delirious is like Delirious. It's crazy.
All right, here go my list, son. I wrote this down a couple days ago.
Talking about the deadline.
You know what I'm saying? All right, because Jason was like, Dad, so that 45 minutes, he was like, can we watch one of his movies now? And I was like, no, it's like 50 minutes left.
He was ready.
Well, he was ready. So, all right, Coming to America, Life. I'm the Beverly Hill Cop too. That's because, man, Eddie had the Detroit Lion. The jokes was in it. Man, it was on point. It's one of those movies to me that was like better than the original, like Terminator 2. Like it just got better. Golden Child. I'm sorry. There's so many quotable joints in that, but I want the knife. Bruh. Stop.
Please. He's like, you just gonna put that right there on your shirt?
Just gonna wipe it right. He's like, no, that's 100. I gave you the wrong one. And then I'm gonna have to go Trading Places.
Yeah.
Reggie Hammond. Like, long live Reggie Hammond, baby. And then the honorable mention, shout out to my sis Kim, Vampire in Brooklyn. Sorry.
Yeah. Classic.
You crazy.
Classic.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Classic.
I don't want to hear
So
it.
why do they hate on that movie?
It's a guilty pleasure. It's a guilty pleasure.
Multiple
Is that what it is?
characters. Multiple characters. So Coming to America, Norbit, like he's done it. And Vampire Brooklyn is a highly underrated Eddie Murphy movie.
I think Kadeem Hardison was funnier in that movie than Eddie was.
Yeah.
But
He
he
was.
made the movie
And
for
John
me.
Witherspoon was in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, John. Yeah, he
Yup.
was.
It was comedy all around that boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to rewatch it to get.
Hey,
'cause-
get ready to laugh. 'Cause-
I don't doubt it. I had to
and
rewatch
let me
that
just go on the record say Raw is better than Delirious. There it is.
Well, that was stupid. So
I guess we'll
Hey.
see y'all next week.
Shout out to Rashawn Mays and D Dunk. They rolling with me. I already know.
I don't know, man. Like,
Nah.
it was
Norbit, sneaky, funny, crazy.
yes,
Love
Norbit.
Norbit
I
is.
didn't see Norbit.
You ain't never seen Norbit? Oh, man.
Norbit.
Nah, because I think I got caught into the whole. It got a bad rap. It wasn't good, so I just never.
I mean,
It's
it's not
not always. It's funny, like characters that he does. Don't worry about the
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah.
The characters what you focused on.
Yeah, Respucia and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
I've seen clips, but I haven't
Oh,
seen
you
it.
want to see
from
Rich go
Ain't
down
worth
the
the
slide?
Bruce said it ain't worth the watch.
I'm going to show you how to go down the slide.
Yo, when his dad like a Chinese guy, an Asian guy?
Yeah, he was adopted. Yeah. Oh man.
It's so
Come on, man.
stupid, man. It's so stupid.
But it ain't worth the watch. Now, if you want to watch the Eddie
It's
Murphy,
not
go
one of his
back like
best
they
films.
saying, yo, Trading Places. I don't know how I forgot about that one, bro.
Reggie
Oh, man.
Hammond?
Yo.
Who puts him on the
So many.
Yeah,
Yo,
no,
nobody was
Trading
listening, dog.
As soon as he came through with the scooter and the no legs, I
Wait,
was
hold on.
hooked.
Yo, I just thought about something. Yo, Reggie Hammond was from 48 Hours. There's a new sheriff in town. And his name
it's
is Reggie Hammond.
What's his name in Trading Places? See, Reggie was in
Valentine.
Billy Ray
Valentine.
Valentine.
Ray Valentine.
Yeah, Valentine. Yeah,
Ray
yeah,
my
yeah.
mind. Yo, where they come up with
Yeah.
these names?
Yo, man, my man bet him $1, bro. Man, that I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
And it's Christmas time,
It's
so why not?
It's a classic.
Facts.
Yeah.
I like
Right.
bought
It
Harlem
is
Nights on
Christmas.
Amazon, so I always have it. Like, because
Yeah.
it's just one of my.
I have the
it's-
DVD and the VHS, bro.
Yeah,
Ain't going nowhere.
it's in my digital library on Prime, so I'm always gonna have it. That's
Bruh.
that funny for me. Remember how we
It's
used
a
to watch it at
beautiful,
Upper
it's a
Bound
beautiful
like
movie.
every day?
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Dog, if you went in me and Bruce's
Yo, you
room,
said I have a mop all set for some orange juice, and this is some hash.
Well, swallow
Mad quotables.
Yeah.
Mad quotables.
you came in me and Bruce's dorm, it was Harlem Nights playing on the TV no matter what, and Badu playing in the background no matter what.
Yep.
All day.
Or that X. Remember that was that DMX. He had first
Yeah,
drop.
and that Trick Daddy had
Yep,
just came
Dark
out
and
too.
Hell is Hot. Dang, man.
Hey,
Man, this was fun.
I got to roll, man.
We're-
Apparently it's my birthday,
this
and,
is
I,
fun.
and
it's
they're
2
like-
it's 2 hours, baby.
and everybody
Yeah,
else
that's it.
they want to do stuff.
Yeah, every
Well,
minute is
as
worth it.
promised, we were here to give you everything you need, and then that you know, and that's on everything.
That's on everything.
That's on
I
everything.
love y'all.
Baby.
Hey,
Yes,
get your
sir.
lineups in, fellas.
Oh,
Mine's already in.
Not my